Right, joke of the day first. My wife said I'm putting weight on. I said, well, I've had a lot on my plate. Right, okay, guys. I'm going to show you a book now, which was sent to me by the authors. And I'm going to say, if it was produced in the 1980s, they would be very rich. Because it was definitely, it's got that 1980s feel of where it was going. And it's a well done 1980s style book. And it's the Black Ninja Handbook by the Dark Lords. Now, I'm giving this book 1,000,000 out of 10 for one reason. That they simply have clearly taken an image from Sakura Killers and then had it repainted for the front cover. And you can't beat Sakura Killers as a film. Anybody who argues with me, we must fight to the death. Because Sakura Killers is the best ninja film that was ever created. It was amazing. Right, okay, so they've signed it, which I love it when people sign it. I love, you know, first edition signed books. Unfortunately, first editions are sort of gone out the window because this is now print on demand, so we don't really have a first edition anymore with this, but you know what I'm saying. And it's created by the Dark Lords, and it's a Black Brotherhood training manual. And now these guys do a specific, if you look at the back of their book, they do a different, they have a collection. They've got the Black Sun Academy, and basically current textbooks, the 9 echelons of Sith mastery from Star Wars, Black Tongue Handbook, Black Templar Handbook, Black Ninja Handbook, the 9 gates to Satan's kingdom, Temple of Satan, the Devil's Disciples, things like that. They've got the Black Magicians, the Devil Worship, the Vampires, Book of the Black Sun, Book of Chaos, Book of Cthulhu, and you get the idea. The Will to Power, you know. Oh, sorry, these are basically, sorry, that's not all of their stuff. They go into the library of their stuff, but they have got their own things, you know, their own academy here, which they run their own books. And if you go on, I'm going to put a link to their books and at the top, and you can see the collection of books they do. And this is the sort of guys we're talking about. They sort of keep themselves masked. How they got colour in this book, I don't know. I can't remember the price, what it was on Amazon, but how they got colour in it, because it's really expensive to get colour. And what they've done, guys, very basically, is they've done, and do you know what? I'm going to point out why this is good, because they've clearly not said this is all historical. They've said this is the research we're doing, and here's the ninja manuals. And they mention me by Anthony Cummins and Yoshie, Book of Ninja and all that. And they say this is what we've looked from, and we've looked at other stuff, and we've put together curriculum, and we've got to this curriculum. They have gone, as I say, it's a slight 1980s feel. So if I was them, I'd have done different pictures. I'd have actually taken off the masks, and if they don't want their faces put on, I'd have blanked them out. They've clearly put in like Western and Eastern stuff. I love the black and red. I love the colours. So we've got the inverted pentacle versus the Kuji Kiri. Now, did you know the pentacle in Western culture is not understood very well? It's actually a positive sign. It's the inverted pentacle which becomes bad. But even there was a guy who used to sign all his letters with a pentacle. And when you see films like The Devil Rides Out, the pentacle is not the evil side, that's a protection side. It's a symbol of protection. So the inverted one becomes obviously what is it, the word evil. They've deciphered their own code and language for writing. I am assuming that's a substitution code. You'll have to excuse my dog barking outside. They've got like little temple grounds they've created, and they dress in stereotypical ninja stuff, which of course I'm not massively a fan of, but you know, they've not said, hey, this is us being totally historical. It's like, this is how to study ninjutsu and mix it in with other stuff. So for example, there you go, they got the other guys there. So they've obviously got a community of people together who have then gone out and done, quite fit lads, you know what I mean, gone and got their stuff sorted. And what they've done is put together the best way they can really put, you know, ninjutsu into it. And what, there is no black ninja unarmed combat system. Our style is no style, its form is formless, etc. They've clearly gone and said, listen guys, if you're going to make a modern ninja cult like the Foot Clan, this is how to do it. And they've referenced historical manuals, and even though they say, you know, they use the black ninja form, actually realistically you want to be the grey man, you want to be this type of thing here. So this is very much one of those modern tactical survival sort of manuals about your mental attitude towards it, and sort of creating the best way to look at moving forward with ninjutsu in a darker light, which is quite good actually. So for those interested, I'm well happy it's in my collection. I'm well happy it's signed. Not yet, but I'd like to get the other ones in their collection. I'd like to get the full collection, the full Dark Lords collection one, because it'd be a nice collection to have. And they're beautiful hardback books, gorgeous matte covers, beautiful hardback books. I just wish I could keep it in pristine order for all of my life. I might have to wrap this one up. But they go into things like Yonin and Innin, guidelines for ninja behavior. They've clearly been going from the Bansen Shukai and all the manuals that we've done, which is superb. So guys, if you're interested in following the Dark Lords and you're interested to know about them, I'm going to put some links below so that you can get to them. But to the Dark Lords, well done for putting together something that resembles realistic ninjutsu for a modern person. Yep, well done for that. I personally would not go with the ninja black clad, and you know, I think I remember reading here they said that, you know, it's not historical, but you know, that's what they've chopped. I can't remember, I think it was, but beyond that I'd have stripped away their black clad sort of stuff, just gone for, you know, more everyone wearing black. If I were you guys, this is my message to the Dark Lords, I'd strip it all that stuff back and I'd go for everyone wear the same black polo neck and black pants, and everyone to own their own pair of swords, whether it be Western swords or Japanese, and then any photographs, just blur them out. You don't have to wear the masks and headbands and everything, just blur them out and it'd come across far more professional. So if you're going to create a modern society based on ninjas and esoteric thoughts, like they've gone through, like the sort of satanic stuff, the Crowley stuff, I'm assuming, all that sort of stuff, Enochian language and all that, then definitely, I'm going to tell you, very quickly, if you can stay around, I'm going to tell you a story. I used to be part of the OTOF, which is the Audio Templis Orientis Foundation, which is the Aleister Crowley stuff. And I went along and had a go and got involved for a few years. But it wasn't the right path for me. I was looking for something a bit less Crowley. So, but I remember one of the members being, the impression is awesome in mind. We went to one of these meetings for a weekend, and the member there, he just had long black hair, Adrian he was called, and he was dressed in black, and I think he had a black polo neck on, or just black top, and he was slender man, very slender man, and black jeans. And so the house we were visiting, they had a black sword there, they had a scabbard with a sword, and he just had it there. And I thought, imagine a society of fit lads and ladies, but you know, healthy people, dressed in just plain black or suits, yet maintain the right to wear swords, and studied, because for the weekend they studied the mind, esoteric stuff, rituals, all that sort of stuff, Crowley's stuff. And it's, but imagine doing that, and that's what these guys have done. And I always thought, especially with societies like that, you don't need to get dressed up. Yes, sometimes we have to follow the tradition, and I get that, but sometimes it's nice just to be plain as a unit of 5 or 6 people, 10, 20, 40 people, whatever it is. And the sword is your symbol of warriorship, and the black is just means, you know, you don't need to choose what clothes you have. Steve Jobs didn't it? Just get it plain, get it there. Imagine them at a restaurant, you know, like, you know, I thought that would be superb. So well done to the Dark Lords for doing that. But I would adjust your look a little bit to get away, because people are going to be turned off by the cheesiness of the 1980s garb and the headbands and all that. You don't need all that. You're not pretending to be historical. You're saying you're using historical things, and you're putting yourself together. Go for it. Go for it. Right, well done, guys. And let me know what you think in the comments below about the Dark Lords.